Okay, well, I'm coming back with next live stream on the ASRock and Machine. I didn't come back last night. I was too tired by the time I ate my supper or breakfast or whatever it was. It was early in the morning. So I let's see. What did I decide here? Okay. I've got two things I want to check into, two or three. First thing, I thought, I kept working, and I keep working on trying to fix that Windows 7 64-bit, and I really had planned to reformat or put it on another hard drive 32-bit on that machine because it's just not powerful enough. I mean, if I was to get more RAM, it'd probably be fine. But I really don't want to spend any money on it right now. Maybe not for a long time. I don't know. If I did, I really wouldn't want to buy DDR2. I'd want to buy DDR3 because it'll take either or, depending on the processor. And I'd rather, if I was really going to spend money on it, I'd want to put an 8-core processor in it. I mean, they're not that much more than the 6 cores, and then put as much DDR3 in it as I can. But then I also need a new power supply. And that's the thing. The power supply is only about 200 watts. And I kind of thought, what if that hard drive actually failed because of not enough power? I've never seen that happen, and I don't think so because the more I've thought about it, I think that's an old hard drive that was already in pre-failure state for years and years, actually. It kept reporting that in the hardware, like Hardware List or Hard Info, or, well, not that, the smart app, the ones that check the smart controls in the smart reports in the hard drives. So I think it might have just finally failed on its own. And but anyway, I still kind of, I'm not so sure about having two hard drives in it. So I thought, well, maybe I should just go down to one hard drive. But I don't like. I also don't like that idea either, because I really don't need this to be just temporarily. Is all I was thinking of having Fedora 26 on it. I don't need it to be. I've got my Fedora. This one I'm on right now will be Fedora 26 when I get around to it, and then that one is. I had been running, Windows 7 on it, and I could do it on the remote desktop and anytime, and I could just get to it through this machine anytime without having to do a boot, reboot or any of that stuff. But since it keeps without I'm thinking now that maybe I should go to a. As far as my purposes, go to my laptop. I've got one laptop that could run Windows 7. It used to that's what it had on it when I got it. And I could put it back on there and use it that way, because then I can see the screen, and if anything's wrong, I still run it on remote desktop by remote desktop if I want to, but I can see the screen and tell if there's anything wrong and what to do if it didn't boot up right and all that junk. You have to babysit Windows. You can't just depend on it to just boot up every time. So. But then again, it would be nice to have this 7, dual boot on this ASRock one here too, for, maybe somebody else to use or something. So I'm having trouble deciding what I want, I guess. So, if I'm gonna, I kept thinking about this app called. And I think I'll boot it up with both hard drives in it and run that hardware testing app on it again. I don't remember. I looked up the names of the ones that it looked like maybe I had some reports from, and it was Hardware Lister and Hard Info, and I do not remember what's Imparted Magic. That's the one I like. It seems like, there's a couple of them that have those tests in them and everything, but I'm not sure if I have the right name. I may have to just. What I was going to do is install it in Fedora 16. If I can find it in the repos, and then run it. So, but I don't want to spend a long time hunting, because if you don't know the name of something and you want a specific app like that, then you may have to spend a while looking. So I could boot up to Parted Magic and just run it in there. And then the other thing is, I thought I still I can't give up on something that's broke. I always want to fix it. And I remembered. Let me see. Let me get on the desktop now. Okay. I kept remembering, and I guess I have it on I don't have it on CD. I looked. I had it on a USB stick evidently, and then reformatted it at some point. So I went and downloaded it. It's called, let me open the browser back up and I'll show it. Let's wait for it to finish. Let's see. Here it is. This is my blog post, by the way. My blog, I've been running this for years and years, and I always post things that I learn about or things I think are interesting, mostly about computer stuff. It's called Boot Repair Disk. Anyway, you could, well, there's a search right there, a Google custom search. There's one up there in the top that comes with the Blogger, but it's not very good. This one's a little better. You get a lot of results. When I was trying to find, oh, what was that one I posted, you know, and I kind of know what I'm looking for, but you get a lot of results to sift through, but that's because I post a lot of gets. So anyway, Boot Repair Disk is pretty good. A lot of times it's I think what I remember, it will fix them sometimes when the other ones, like, what did I use? Rescue Tux wouldn't. So, and it's real easy to use. So I thought, well, heck, I can put this on my easy to boot stick and try it. So those are the two things I'm going to do first, and then go from there. I think I'll go ahead and do that. And let's see. That should take you to the site, to their SourceForge page. Yeah, this is it right here. It actually looks a little different than where I just now downloaded it from. I looked in my favorites and went to it. Let's look at, that's probably just a different page of it, I guess. Well, that was home of SourceForge home. Okay, so let me, okay, there, that's where you're supposed to click. 2016. I wonder if this is, see if I was just on a different section or what. This is not where I just downloaded that ISO from. This one might even be newer. It says 2016. I wonder if they have two pages or something. But this one looks a little different. Okay, so let me go look in my history here. Yeah. Going back down here. Whoops. Oh, that's all right. Okay, now okay, boot repair disk. I didn't mean for it to get rid of that page. Okay. History. This is the one I just downloaded, and it is the one I remember being really easy to use. I remember that background and that guy flying in the colored thing there, the colored background. Maybe they're different. Boot repair disk, boot-repair-disk, and this one is, oh, this one's just boot repair. This must be something different. Let's see what that says. Oh, that's their homepage, yeah. I don't know. Only thing is now I'm thinking, okay, this one, newest file seemed to be, where I saw it a minute ago, 2016. Files, there we go. It says 2014 there. So where did I see 2016? I guess it said last updates. I saw that somewhere on here. Is it home for that? Okay. Okay. Yes, can recover Windows and Mac and Linux, different Linux distros. Okay, now let me look at this and see if it takes me back to that same page. I'm trying to figure out. That is two different things, evidently. So, wow, that's, I wonder, well, I don't know. I didn't remember having, two of them that were so similar. That one's boot repair disk. I'll make me a new folder for this one. I think I'll download it too. Do something to tell me that there's a difference there. Now, anyway, this one has looks like it would try to repair pretty much anything. And yeah, the little repair setup. It seems to me, maybe this is why I kept thinking, okay, maybe one of these works really well and the other one doesn't work really well. Or didn't for me on the machines I had anyway. I don't know. Okay, I already have this one. This is the one I downloaded. I'm going to copy it to my easy to boot. But first I'll start the download on this one. Where is the download? Files, summary. It's probably right there under my nose. Let's see. Description, website. Maybe they have something. No, it doesn't have a separate website. I'm not seeing the download link. All I see is README, statistics. Oh, how to get boot repair, recommended boot repair. Now that's called the same thing. So maybe they've maybe this is like the older version of it or something. They don't have any files to download anymore. I just downloaded the README, I think. Yeah, that's just the README. What I always do is scan with VirusTotal before I download anything. As long as it's one way or the other, I try to do it. If not, then I'm going to have to open up Clam AV and scan it once I've got it downloaded. VirusTotal uses a whole bunch of scanners, so I like to use that. It's a browser add-on. Okay, so yeah, it's not just me. There is not a link. A lot of times there's a little button and I'm just not seeing it, for downloading on these SourceForge or the other one. Yeah, these are both SourceForge. Okay, so you get it's that many scanners. Well, it's actually 65 scanners, and 0 and 65 showed anything wrong, so I'll open it. Now I'll hit save it. Let's see what it says. I gotta go to downloads now, one way or the other. Recommend alternatives. See that. Okay, so let's find out if that's. Just go there. That's where I was at. Didn't make any sense, did it? This is really weird. Don't run into that kind of a strange thing too often. So, guess I will have to go back to. That looks familiar. I think I probably have the original ISO to that somewhere. Looks really familiar. Yeah, I recommend it. Root Repair This. That's the one I downloaded. So, all it is statistics. All right, well, I don't see a place to download that, so I'm going to forget messing with it. Because the other one I do remember using it, and I remember that it was easy and it worked pretty well. This one here. So all I got to do now, I already have it. I'm going to delete that little README file. I already have it on my back. I moved it over to my backup drive after I downloaded it. So I think I'll be able to just, I thought I'd show it since kind of this easy to boot, kind of show what it takes to do these kind of things. So Linux, I'm going my easy to boot SD card, the one I'm always using, and I'm going to copy the ISO over to the Linux folder. They need to be in the folder of the type of that matches the type of operating system it runs on. So to boot right. Oh yeah, I didn't do that helper file on my USB stick. This is a 613 megabyte file, so not super big but not super small. And the thing I'm going to need is go ahead and copy. Which one of these is? I don't want the Fedora to have a. Get my little USB stick out, and I will copy that. I think I have it. There's no actual need to sit there and watch that. Okay. Yeah, USB installers. Do I have that on here? Oh, I bet that file is on the easy to boot. Okay, now I think it's not quite done yet. It's done. It says 100%, but it's not quite done. So, but it should just boot. Most of the time they will. That whole thing about having to, do the make files contiguous, that could be a problem. Actually, the last time I copied Hirons, it worked, and then after I tried to run make files contiguous, it didn't work anymore. I think that's because it's hanging up and not running. But it's just finished. No, it's finished. It's right. I just kind of want to make sure everything was all right. Okay, I think that file might be on the. No, you're not. You can't have it on here. That's right. Switch sample readme. Yeah, the helper file, you don't want it on your. Let's see. Backup. Oh, let's be backup docs. Okay. I mean backup applications. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. What just happened there? Installer builders. Yeah, Fedora Live. I don't see the easy to boot. Let's get. Oh, I hit the alphabetical order button. That's what I did. I should have it on my backup drive here because I've used it recently. Let's see. I don't have very many on here though. Maybe it's not in that folder. There's the 7-zip file of it. See if I have anything under E. No. Okay, so what I will do then, I'll make a new folder for it. Just do it that way. Easy to boot. I just wanted to get the name. Now, don't want it on here anyway. Okay, yeah, so I'm through with that now. So let's see, Linux. That's where I'm probably going to be looking for it, is in Linux installers and all that. So I'm going to make me a directory. Easy to boot. Now, let's see if I didn't have one. Now I'm going to unpack this. Easy to boot file. I just had never done it, moved it or anything. Unpack. Okay. And then once it gets unpacked, I'll go ahead and move that 7-zip file over to this folder somewhere so I can find it easier. Now, this right here, I'm going to unmount it and take that out. Just went ahead and put it back in the machine. Oh wait, do I want in there right away? What? And yeah, I'll go ahead and put it in there. I may go ahead and try that easy to boot first. Put my USB stick in there. There we go. 2 gigabyte volume. Did we get on? Yeah, we got it unzipped. Okay, I'm gonna need another. I guess I'll do it that way. I got to do something to tell me that it's not part of that unzipped file. I should have done it the other way. I should have done what I usually do. Yeah, that's going to confuse me. I usually make a folder that says easy to boot unzipped, and then yeah, better fix that. I'm going to move it back where I got it so I can do that. Okay, now I'll be able to get to there. Now let's rename that to unzipped. Now I'm going to move all that stuff in there. And when you do that, don't select the folder you're moving it to. That won't work. Okay, now. There. That's much better. Now. There we go. Okay. Use it to boot. Okay, now I want to get on my unzipped. Now let's find that file. Unattended. I don't see it. It's something about helper or automated auto run. Maybe it's there. Switch text TXT maker. Might have been. Okay, you're making me get serious about it now. Let's see. Okay, let me go ahead and get. There's my. Yeah, there's my little USB stick, 2 gigabyte USB stick. Now let's get on this side and look for. I think it's helper. So I'll just search for help. What does that say? Try that again. Helper. Oh, I can't see the end of it. There it is. Flash drive helper. Okay. Where is it? Helper USB. It's a. How can it be a 0-byte Win helper USB? How can it be a 0-byte file and do anything? I guess I've ran into this before, haven't I? Oh, I see installer builders. Okay. USB flash drive. ISO docs USB flash drive. ISO docs. I was on the right track. There. Helper files. Okay. Menu, readme, unattended, Win helper. Now, from what I remember, I think that readme will tell me what to do. Let me read that. We are still okay? Yeah, we're still on the screencast. Okay. Okay, easy to boot works best with USB flash drive that is of the removable type, as listed by RM Prep USB. That's another app. I think this person yeah, that guy's the guy that makes that. Another USB builder app, multi-boot and all that kind of stuff. If you're using a USB hard disk drive or a USB flash drive that is listed by Windows Explorer as local disk, then Windows install ISOs won't work correctly. You will not get the blue load ISO CMD console window. Well, I've been getting that. So maybe I'm okay, but it certainly won't hurt to have this. Okay. And you will get Windows install message about required the CD DVD device driver is missing. That's when you're installing. And I've had that. I ran into all that, and that's how I learned about this. Please copy the other files in the folder to the root of a spare helper USB flash drive, which must appear as removable drive in the RM Prep USB. When you boot from the easy to boot drive and run the Windows Vista 7 A12 server install, make sure that the helper USB flash drive is also connected. It is important that WinHelper USB only exists on the USB flash drive and not on the hard disk or CD-ROM in the system. It is important that the easy to boot ISO-E2B folder is not present on the helper drive. Note, if you use RM Prep USB to install grub for DOS to the USB flash drive and copy the menu first file to the USB flash drive, then you can boot from either the helper flash drive or the easy to boot hard drive. The menu list, install grub for DOS. Well, I already have, that's the thing that's where I got in trouble, because it kept trying to boot to my USB drive instead of my easy to boot drive. And actually you can, I think on this ASRock it'll be okay because I can hit F11, it'll see them both. I can hit F11 and pick what I want. But I had a real hard time getting it to boot to the right one on some machines. And I tried all that, copying the menu list. You see there's a menu list already on all these things. And so you can't just copy that over. It'll see, I tried all that. You know, it's going to see one or the other of them, depending on where you got to put them. Some USB boot drives have them in one folder, some have them in another. And so it turns into a can of worms. But these files in this folder then is what I want to copy over. I was thinking it was just one file. But it said copy the other files in the folder to the root directory. It says the root of the spare helper, but it means the root directory. Okay, so I'll just keep that README file too. That's fine. And you copy them like that. You don't copy the folder. I figured that out the hard way. Okay, now copy. And they don't conflict with anything already on there. They don't. I'm going to make a screenshot of that. Kind of show myself that I copied them over there. That's the only way you'll know how to, if you want to delete them, you know, clean it up. If you might have any problems, then you're going to have to go back and look in that folder and see what to delete. Okay, now I'll have that, and I'll probably go ahead and put it in there, because that way I'll know that it's there and be less likely to have trouble, you know, when I try to, if I decide to try to install Windows 32-bit on there. If I don't do that, I won't need it. But there. Okay, I thought something was wrong there for a minute. I thought my file was missing. The video I was recording. Okay, let's go to our live thing here before we close the browser down. And but what I'm going to go ahead and do is use that boot repair disk that I just copied over there. Okay, yeah, we're doing good. So now I'm going to close that to stop using up too much, and that too, to not use up too much of my system resources. Doing okay otherwise. Okay. Now let's say eject. Okay, still got to go remove that one. Okay, that's the way. I always forget which one you do first to not get an error, and it's do the way I did it. It doesn't actually hurt anything that I've ever seen, but I don't like errors. Okay. And before I run the, well, let's run the boot fix first. Might as well. Okay. So what I'll do then, so I have my camera behind me so that it's straight on, my second camera. Only thing is you know, it's too far back, and so I zoom, but if you zoom in then it gets blurry. But I went back and looked at my videos from like yesterday's video, and off to the side, it's off to the side at an angle, bad angle, and blurry. So I can't, these cameras in these phones just aren't good enough, you know. Generally, I've learned don't use the zoom, just move the camera closer, but I can't get it any closer. You can actually see it up here behind me. As close as I can get it. There's no place around here. If I put it off to the side of my keyboard, it's like 3 to 6 inches difference from where I had it. Well, more than that, because it's like back up here. It's where it sets. But, you know, with the legs on the tripod, you can't get it out to the edge. There's not enough room to put my... I've got it on a mic stand. I remembered that. I thought, hey, I bet I could figure out a way to put that on a mic stand. It actually worked out pretty good. I'm not going into all that right now. But anyway, there's just no place. Over here wouldn't help. Still going to be about the same angle. And I can't get in and out here, too. So I'm trying to improve things, but I'm going to have a cough drop, too. I'll get one in a minute. While it's booting up or something. Well, I better get it now. Okay, let me get it now. Oh, because of all that. Guess I'll go ahead and get 2 out so that I won't have to turn the world over. I'm kind of worried if I bump into that, if I might mess up my audio. Bump into those connectors on my V-amp, that's where my audio is coming from. I mean, if it just makes noise, well, I mean, if you bump something loose, then you're in real trouble. You won't even know it. One day, something happened, and I had noise, really bad noise in my audio for, I think it was the machine that I was working on. It was another machine that I was working on. Caused it, but it was doing it for a while there. And about 5 minutes, I think, and then it just quit when I shut the machine down. That's why I think it was a machine. Okay, so, yeah, this is, you know, the best I can do with the equipment I got. So when I switch over, get my long. I got it out. I put it somewhere else so that I couldn't find it. So that I couldn't find it. I put it somewhere else so that I could get to it easier, and then I didn't remember where I put it. Okay, let's see. Make sure I got everything right on the machine. Yeah, my streaming machine. Just got through testing. Okay. Our usage there, our system resource usage seems to be okay. So we're on camera 2. That'll show when I boot up. I have to keep telling myself what is it I need to do. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use so here we go. Boot up. And yeah, it should just automatically go to well, it didn't. Okay, so maybe I'll have to hit F11. I don't know. Sometimes it sees that thing and sometimes it doesn't. That SD card. Let's see if it shows up if I hit in the list if I hit F11. And this is what I should be able to do to make sure I boot to the right, you know, USB device. It's not wanting to center right, but yeah, it sees it. It might have went. It might have booted to it this time anyway without me doing that, but that way we know for sure it's going to boot to it. Okay. Now in Linux, hopefully that boot repair disk will be in there. I mean, it'll be in there. There it is. It's the second one from the top. See if it boots okay. Okay, English. And you got 64-bit and 64-bit failsafe, and they said something on the side about having a 32. It said if you may, you know, they said something about having a 32-bit, but I didn't see it. But it didn't matter with this machine. Yeah, I remember that. I used to use it. Now let's see if this one can fix it. I just am so curious as to why or so headstrong as to I can fix it. I'm curious as to why some of these other things can't fix it, but I mean, I don't bother to learn all that. I probably might not be able to, but learning what will fix it, that I like to learn. Is there a raid on this computer? No, almost hit yes. That reminds me of Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. For some reason. I mean, it's just, I guess those are all silicon chips in the bottom there. And someone, you know what, I think that might be a reference to one of those 80s or 90s cyberpunk movies, I guess you could call them. But I don't remember which one. I didn't see them back in the day. I saw one or two in the last few years that I was like, hey, that's pretty good. Some of them I didn't one or two. Boot detected. Please check the options. Oh, I forgot I still have the other hard drive in there. I don't want to repair. And then there's advanced option. Yeah, see, that went away. Oh, it changed. Reinstall grub, unhide boot menu. I've completely forgot that I don't want to try to fix my unbroken, Fedora system. But it's really automatic and cool. Sees Fedora. Purge grub before reinstalling, and there's other things. Grub legacy would be what I call grub 1, because this is grub 2 that they're using now. They call it grub legacy. Let's see. And there's, things that are like reset extra space after grub, after MBR solves the FlexNet error. I don't think I've ever seen that. But, yeah, repair Windows boot files, create bootable summary. But see, my grub isn't broken in my Fedora 16 system. It sees the Windows 7 system just fine. So I'm going to hit quit to make sure I don't accidentally break something. I'm going to shut it down because I forgot. Where's the shutdown? It's over here. I'm going to shut it down because when you hit shutdown, it shuts down. I'm going to take the lid off over there and take the hard drive out. Unplug the hard drive with the one with Fedora on it. And do it without it plugged in. It probably wouldn't. I don't think it would hurt it, but I think it would make the boot menu look different. And I really I've done it before on systems, and I'm kind of funny that way. I like the way it normally looks. The way it looks when it was installed from Fedora. It kind of throws me off. I'm like, what? When I see it looking different, Let's wait and see everything shuts down okay before I do all that. There's actually something that said it didn't input output error, something failed. Sometimes you see just kind of odd errors on shutdowns and stuff, or on boots with these live CDs. Doesn't usually mean anything, any real problem. But it still hasn't shut down yet. Well, it says failed and then okay under it. Yeah, I don't know. Go back to my other machine and change my scene. It should shut down. If it doesn't, I'll just hard shut it down. It's a live system. It's not like you're going to break a live system because it's not writable anyway. Okay. I don't know. That's kind of odd. I don't want to do it too soon if it's going to go ahead and shut down. Let me go ahead and I'm going to head over that way, and instead of this camera's pretty hard to get aimed. This one back here, I'm going to go ahead and I could turn it over that way, but let's see. Yeah. I've kind of got it. I've got rubber bands on it and tape on it, and if I start moving it, it'll take me forever to get it back. So I'm going to just go over there and do that, and you won't be able to see it, me doing that. And I'm going to hard shut it down. Because it's just taking too long for me. Okay. Well, I got in a hurry. And it, well, it worked. I was hitting the down arrow key. I think I just quit before before I actually caused it to do anything. Well, I guess it did go down one. I was trying to catch it. Well, I forgot to switch over where I could see, my menu and do anything. Well, it should boot back up just fine. 64-bit. Okay. I hit enter again real fast. I might have hit it too soon. No, it's all right. Now this time it should only see just that Windows drive, and hopefully it can fix it. Well, I guess if it fixes it, then I'll just kind of do some hardware tests and see. I won't go installing the 32-bit Windows now. I don't need to do that now. Please back up your data before operation. Recommended repair, create boot summary. Let's just click. Oh, it did it. Okay. Partition repair requires to unmount all partitions. Please close all your programs and close the window. Okay. No, I don't have any other programs open, so I thought instead of going into the advanced like I did a while ago, I would just click on the normal, recommended button. So it doesn't show you all the stuff I saw a minute ago. It's just doing it. It looks at what it thinks needs to be done, and it does it, and which is a little disconcerting this time because I didn't know what it was doing. But especially if I'd had both those hard drives in there, I'd have been, oh no, what have I done? But on this one, it doesn't matter anyway. It's completely broke. If it fixes it, it'll be awesome. It says repair file systems. I might be running checklists on it. Yeah, I remember this one actually has the power to do more than Rescue Tux does. Rescue Tux used to work most of the time though, and it's not hard to use. It's more. It explains to you what it's doing, and it teaches you. This one just does it for you. And then in the advanced mode there, you need to already know what you're reading or you won't know what to do. I know most of it, but not everything I saw in there. So we'll see. probably hear me cough, smacking my cough drop, but sorry. Just watching that little blue line go back and forth. Oh, it is saying things. Let's see. Create boot info summary. Keep saying this requires several minutes at the end of it there. Oh, I see. It's counting numbers, but it's counting down. It's on 7, 4, and it was up at 15 a minute ago. Okay. It says boot is successfully repaired. Please write on a paper the following URL. Oh, it put it at the paste bin. So this is just like that other one did. In case you have problems, then you can go and ask for help. It gives you an email address. Let's see if we can do a screenshot. I didn't run this. You know, maybe I ran this on the CD version of this recently, because this. I have one of these paste bins addresses in my, I think I actually, select all, copy. I made a text file. I have it in my files. Leaf pad. There we go. ASRock boot repair disk report. Okay. Copy. I'm gonna see if I can save it to my save as. Go there and go to my files. There we go. I think that's what I did last time. And I guess it'll. Well, let's put .txt on there because I don't know if it'll work if I don't. Okay. I was fixing to do a screenshot, but that's better because I can copy and paste that. Now you can reboot your computer. I don't know if it's going to reboot it when I do that or what. I want to shut it down and then take out the SD card. Yeah, and also I'll plug my drive back in. Yeah. Okay. Shut down. That was easy enough to do. I didn't have to get up. Okay, contact. Didn't have to switch or do anything. Switch back on my KVM switch. Now it should just go right back to the Fedora. But then I'll select Windows and see if it works. Okay, there's my Fedora. Ah, it's back to that screen. Now this time I'm going to say start Windows normally. I was looking back over my video. It helps me remember what I've done too, you know, but I was looking back over to see how to retitle it. Change it from live, live screencast or whatever it says to what it's actually about. Let's see what happens here. I don't know. 50-50 chance in my head right now whether or not it'll work. It's looking just like it did before. Yeah, same old, same old. So there's something really broken. Check disk can't fix it. All the repair disks that I've tried can't fix it. Where's my mouse? It's not working. See if my keyboard's working. My USB is not working. Oh, there it is. Finally came up. It's just taking its time. Yeah, I don't have an image. I kept thinking I'd make one, but I never got around to it. Okay. I'm going to go to the command prompt one more time. Let's see. Now, Windows System 32. Let's see. List. Nothing. Ah, there we go. That's too much. I need to switch. Put a switch in there. /P for, there we go. Now I think you can just keep hitting enter. I wanted to see where I'm at. This is not the C drive. I think this might be the hidden Windows System drive. Or it's the live system. That's an awful lot of deals. Oh, I wasn't supposed to be in Windows System 30. It said System 32. Is it Windows System 32 or what? I'm going to go to the end now. Okay. Oh. Go to the end, it just goes into that page. CDX. I just want to get back to the root directory. Try X. That's the weirdest. Try C again. Try D. Oh, it can't find the path. Okay, you gotta. I think you gotta at least put the colon in there. Doesn't seem to see any other drives. Can't remember. There's a command to list the drives, and I can't remember what it is. Oh. There you go. That's the command. I was doing the wrong command. Now I'm on C drive. Okay. I'm going to check disk. If I can spell it, CHKDSK /fix. Let's see what happens. Oh, I should have done the list or dir or whatever to see what's in there. But I think it's already running now. See what drive I'm really on. Oh, it's taking its time getting started, isn't it? Okay. The type of file system is RAW. Cannot lock current drive. Check disk is not available for RAW drives. Okay. Let's see what the drive is that we're. See what's on this drive. I think the C drive is just. Doesn't seem to be a directory on there. Okay. Let's try D. There's a D drive. Okay. What do we got here? Rescue CD. Preflogs program. There's a Windows. Oh, users. Windows. Rescue CD logs. Oh, that must have got put on there by one of the things. But there should be more on there than that. Check disk fix. I think I'm ready to say it's completely broken. Just about. Yeah, before I actually, if I do decide to install the 32-bit Windows 7 on there, reformat it, I will at least run one or two hardware checks and see if it looks like. Cannot lock current drive. Yeah, I don't know. You can't do a reboot from there, can you? As an internal or external command. I don't know. I guess in this particular deal you can't do that. So I'm shut down. I could have rebooted. I was thinking I had a stick to take out, the SD card or something, but I don't. So I put it up into Fedora, I guess, and yeah. Let's see. While we're waiting on it to shut down, get back on my other machine, check everything out, and I'm gonna get on the desktop and make sure that my stream is still good. And let's see, what will I do? Well, we'll see. Let's check on my stream first, and then I can think, maybe. Okay. It's already an hour. Well, at least you can give an idea of what I'm doing there. I was looking in the preview there. Good stream. Okay. Now, it still hasn't shut down. Well, you can see the screen, but you're seeing the screen that I'm doing there. Okay. It's not shutting down. I guess I'm going to have to hard shut it down. But trying to think. What will I do? Okay. Oh, I will boot into Fedora and look for those apps, hardware lister and stuff. If I don't find something good in there, then I'll go to boot to Party Magic on my little stick and run that one that I like in there. See if I even think that this machine will perform well enough, to run both hard drives. And then if it does, then maybe I'll go ahead and put that 32-bit Windows 7 on there. I don't know why I want it on there, to be honest, but I just keep wanting to do it. So, but I need a break anyway, and it's an hour-long video now, so I think I'll just exit this stream and go take a break, and then I'll come back and start a new one. I think it's better to break them up. Hours are pretty darn long anyway. So when I go, most of the time I'm get on a roll and I'm going 2.5 hours and stuff. And I think, myself, I don't mind kind of skipping through a really long video. Sometimes I'll sit there and I'll watch an hour video if it's interesting. But once it gets longer than that, I see that at the beginning, and I want to skip through from the beginning. But then you don't know what you're hitting and what you're missing. I've gotten kind of good at it, but. You never know for sure what you might be missing, but you don't want to watch the whole thing either, So breaking them up, I think, kind of has a positive thing to it, So let's get out of here, and I'm just going to let it sit there and see if it shuts down while I'm taking my break. If it doesn't, then I'll hard shut it down. Okay, it's done. I'll come back, and this time I believe I will come back here in a little while, not next day, but. Unless something weird happens. Oh, it finally shut down. Okay, so I'll be back later. Bye-bye.